Darkness covered America's economy during the late 1970s while inflation, uncertainty, and rising costs shook everyday life across the nation. Yet inside the United States Mint, a historic decision was quietly preparing to change American coinage forever. From that moment emerged the legendary 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar, a coin surrounded by controversy, history, emotion, and mystery. Millions ignored it. Millions spent it carelessly. But decades later, collectors across the world began searching desperately for rare examples hidden inside drawers, coin jars, old wallets, and forgotten collections. Some believe this small dollar coin may still carry untold value, waiting to shock the next lucky finder. The story of the Susan B. Anthony dollar begins long before 1979. Susan B. Anthony herself became one of the most powerful women in American history. During the 19th century, she fought tirelessly for women's rights, voting equality, education reform, and freedom. At a time when women faced enormous discrimination, Susan B. Anthony stood fearlessly against injustice and became one of the leading voices of the women's suffrage movement. Her courage transformed American history forever. Decades after her death, the United States government honored her legacy by placing her portrait onto the first circulating U.S. coin ever to feature a real American woman. When the United States Mint officially introduced the Susan B. Anthony dollar in 1979, it represented a revolutionary moment for American currency. The government hoped the smaller dollar coin would replace expensive dollar bills and modernize everyday commerce. Unlike the large Eisenhower dollar issued earlier in the 1970s, the new Susan B. Anthony dollar appeared smaller, lighter, and more practical for circulation. Yet despite those intentions, confusion immediately exploded nationwide because the coin looked too similar in size and color to the quarter. The front side of the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar displays Susan B. Anthony facing right with the inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1979. The small P mint mark identifies the Philadelphia Mint as the production facility. Chief engraver Frank Gasparo designed the portrait carefully to honor Anthony's determined spirit and historical significance. Her stern expression symbolized strength, resilience, and the fight for equality. The reverse side carries one of the most dramatic designs in modern American coinage. Adapted from the Apollo 11 mission insignia originally used on the Eisenhower dollar, the reverse shows a majestic eagle landing on the moon while clutching an olive branch. Earth appears floating in the distance above the lunar horizon. Surrounding the design are the words "United States of America," "E Pluribus Unum," and $1. This reverse connected the Susan B. Anthony dollar directly to America's space-age achievements and national pride. The coin weighs approximately 8.1 grams and contains a copper-nickel-clad composition layered over a pure copper core. Its 11-sided inner border gave the coin a distinctive appearance despite public confusion with quarters. Although millions entered circulation during 1979, public reaction remained mixed from the beginning. Many Americans disliked the coin's similarity to the quarter and preferred traditional paper dollar bills instead. Despite the government's massive promotional campaign, the Susan B. Anthony dollar struggled in circulation. Cashiers confused it with quarters. Vending machines rejected it. Consumers often ignored or avoided using it altogether. Banks accumulated enormous stockpiles of unused dollar coins while public demand collapsed rapidly. By 1981, production nearly stopped because circulation usage remained disappointingly low. Yet history often transforms overlooked objects into future treasures. Decades later, collectors rediscovered the Susan B. Anthony dollar with growing fascination. What millions once rejected suddenly became a nostalgic symbol of American history, women's rights, and the changing era of modern coinage. Viral social media videos claiming rare dollar coins could be worth thousands or even millions sparked enormous public excitement around the series. Most ordinary circulated 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollars remain relatively affordable today. However, certain rare varieties and exceptional high-grade examples command astonishing collector attention. The most famous variety involves the wide rim or near-date version. On these rare coins, the date appears positioned much closer to the rim compared to normal examples. Collectors aggressively hunt these varieties because of their relative scarcity and strong market demand. Professional grading companies such as PCGS and NGC play a major role in determining the value of Susan B. Anthony dollars. Tiny imperfections, strike sharpness, luster quality, and surface preservation dramatically affect pricing. High-grade specimens graded MS-67 or higher often sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and eye appeal. The emotional significance of this coin extends far beyond monetary value. Susan B. Anthony represented courage during one of the most difficult periods in American social history. She risked arrest, criticism, and public hostility while fighting for equal voting rights. Placing her portrait onto U.S. currency transformed the coin into more than money. It became a symbol of struggle, equality, and national progress. Many collectors today view the Susan B. Anthony dollar as one of the most misunderstood coins in American history. Initially rejected by the public, it later gained recognition as an important cultural and historical artifact. The coin's failure in circulation ironically increased its long-term fascination among numismatists and historians alike. During 1979, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of Susan B. Anthony dollars. Yet finding sharply struck, clean, and fully lustrous examples becomes increasingly difficult because many coins entered storage bags where they suffered heavy contact marks and scratches. High-quality survivors remain surprisingly scarce relative to total mintage numbers. The dramatic eagle on the moon reverse remains one of the coin's most visually powerful elements. The image celebrated America's Apollo 11 moon landing while symbolizing exploration, ambition, and technological achievement. Combining Susan B. Anthony's portrait with lunar imagery created an unusual but unforgettable blend of social progress and national triumph. Collectors often search old bankrolls, casino tokens, estate collections, and forgotten storage boxes, hoping to uncover rare Susan B. Anthony dollar varieties. Stories constantly appear online about valuable examples discovered unexpectedly in inherited collections or old family coin jars. The 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar also played an important role in later U.S. dollar coin experiments. Although the coin struggled commercially, it paved the way for future small dollar coins, including the Sacagawea dollar and Presidential dollar series. Its legacy permanently changed the direction of American coinage history. Social media dramatically transformed collector interest in this coin. Viral videos showing rare dollar coins worth thousands inspired millions worldwide to examine old coins more carefully. Even ordinary people with no previous interest in numismatics suddenly became fascinated by hidden treasures potentially hiding inside everyday change. Many collectors describe the Susan B. Anthony dollar as emotionally powerful because it honors a woman who changed American history through relentless determination. Unlike many older coins focused solely on presidents or political leaders, this coin celebrates social activism and civil rights progress. The Philadelphia Mint P mint mark carries additional historical significance because earlier Philadelphia coins traditionally lacked mint marks entirely. By 1979, however, Philadelphia officially began using the P mint mark regularly on circulating coinage, making this issue part of an important transitional period. Certain rare minting errors involving the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony Dollar create enormous collector excitement. Off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and dramatic die cracks occasionally appear at auctions and online sales. Such mint mistakes transform ordinary dollar coins into highly desirable collector pieces. The coin's circulation struggles ironically helped preserve many uncirculated examples, because huge quantities remain stored in government vaults and bank reserves for years. Yet premium gem quality specimens with exceptional eye appeal still remain difficult to locate. Collectors today often build complete Susan B. Anthony Dollar sets including every date, mint mark, proof version, and major variety. The 1979 P wide rim variety especially stands as one of the key coins within the series. As America increasingly moves toward digital payments, physical dollar coins gain additional emotional value because they represent an earlier era of cash transactions and tangible currency exchange. Holding a Susan B. Anthony Dollar today feels like touching a frozen piece of late 20th century American history. The coin's historical timing also mattered enormously. Released during economic uncertainty and social change, the Susan B. Anthony Dollar represented both modernization and cultural progress simultaneously. Few coins capture such a specific historical atmosphere so clearly. Even heavily circulated examples retain educational and emotional importance, because they connect directly to the women's rights movement and America's evolving social identity. A worn dollar coin today may have passed through countless hands during decades of commerce before finally becoming collectible. Many numismatists believe public opinion toward the Susan B. Anthony Dollar softened dramatically over time. What once seemed unpopular gradually became nostalgic, historic, and culturally meaningful. Younger collectors especially appreciate the coin's unique story and symbolic importance. The dramatic rise of online marketplaces further increase collector demand by allowing buyers worldwide to compete instantly for rare varieties and high-grade examples. Coins once ignored inside bank storage suddenly attracted international attention through auctions and collector communities. The phrase $1 appearing beneath the lunar eagle design carries deeper symbolism today because some rare examples now sell for far more than face value. Tiny details invisible to casual observers may separate an ordinary coin from a valuable collector treasure. Many people unknowingly still possess Susan B. Anthony Dollars hidden inside old drawers, inherited collections, or forgotten containers. Somewhere another rare wide-rim variety or high-grade survivor may still wait quietly to surprise someone with unexpected value. Collectors frequently debate whether the Susan B. Anthony Dollar failed because of poor design choices or because Americans simply resisted replacing dollar bills with coins. Regardless of the answer, the coin's controversial history only increased its long-term fascination. The emotional power behind Susan B. Anthony's story continues inspiring collectors worldwide. Her relentless fight for equality transformed the nation permanently, and her presence on U.S. currency preserves that legacy for future generations. Professional numismatists often encourage collectors to preserve Susan B. Anthony Dollars carefully because cleaning or damaging surfaces can significantly reduce value. Original mint luster and natural surfaces remain critically important within the collector marketplace. The moon landing reverse design creates a fascinating historical contrast with Anthony's portrait. Together they symbolize two different forms of American achievement: social justice and scientific exploration. Television shows, YouTube channels, and social media influencers frequently feature Susan B. Anthony Dollars in rare coin treasure videos because the series combines history, controversy, symbolism, and potential hidden value perfectly for audience engagement. Certain collectors believe the Susan B. Anthony Dollar remains undervalued compared to its historical importance. As cultural appreciation for women's history and civil rights continues growing, interest in the series may strengthen further. The coin's unusual size and shape continue, making it instantly recognizable even decades after circulation largely ended. Its 11-sided border remains one of the most distinctive features in modern U.S. coinage. Millions of Americans once carried Susan B. Anthony dollars unknowingly through grocery stores, restaurants, vending machines, and public transportation systems. Today, those same coins may rest forgotten inside jars waiting for rediscovery. Hidden treasure stories surrounding rare dollar coins continue driving massive public fascination. Viral headlines claiming old dollar coin worth thousands inspire millions of viewers to inspect their collections, carefully hoping to uncover life-changing discoveries. The Susan B. Anthony dollar ultimately became far more than an experimental currency project. It evolved into a powerful cultural artifact representing equality, perseverance, exploration, and the unpredictable journey of American history itself. Somewhere tonight, another forgotten 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar may still lie hidden inside an old piggy bank, abandoned wallet, dusty drawer, or inherited coin collection waiting silently for someone curious enough to recognize its extraordinary story. For collectors, dreamers, historians, and treasure hunters alike, this remarkable dollar coin represents far more than $1. It represents the thrilling possibility that hidden value and forgotten history still survive quietly inside ordinary American coinage.